Hey guys, I wanted to check in real quick because today I am having a procedure done. I decided that I'm gonna get, it's called lip neutralization. So basically it's supposed to lighten your lips, any parts that are dark, and as you can see, I have always had this super black upper lip and it drives me freaking crazy. And I've tried to put, you know, like stuff on it to lighten it, vitamin C, things like that, and it's always been like that. So the bottom lip is good. It's pink, as you can see. It is kind of dark around the outer border here. It's hard to see on camera because I think it's kind of adjusting the color, but it is pretty dark along the edge. But you can definitely tell my top lip how dark that one is. So I found this procedure online. I was actually looking for microblading for my eyebrows, and anyways, I came across lip blushing, or if it's for dark lips, it's called neutralization basically. So I think what they do is they basically use like most likely an orange color, which kind of neutralizes the dark undertones. So but yeah, it's basically just a tattoo. They're gonna be tattooing my lips to get rid of the dark color. So I'm a little nervous about it, but we'll see how it goes. But figured I should jump on here real quick before, just to like kind of fully show what my lips are looking like. And I'll probably take a few pictures too, because sometimes it shows up different on pictures. So, but yeah, I will check in probably after the procedure. I don't think I'm gonna record any of it, but I'll let y'all know how I'm feeling and what's going on. Okay, so I just got out of the procedure. I'm tired. My lips hurt, obviously. They're super swollen too. We maybe started at 4:30, so it took like about an hour or so. But yeah, it did hurt. So the way she did it is she did one pass and then without any numbing, I guess, to kind of break the skin open so that the numbing would actually work. And then after that first pass, she put numbing on it, which she only did like 2 on my top lip, kind of 3. She did one, like a third pass, just to touch up some spots. And then my bottom lip, she just did like that outside border of that, and she did the same thing, just 2 passes on that. And that was it. So I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking like. Bubba Gump over here. Yeah. Very swollen. Obviously, it looks way different than how it was before, but the color is not going to stay that. It's going to probably reduce by about 50% over the next couple of weeks. I have to go back in 2 weeks just for her to look at them and see how they're doing and kind of decide what we need to do moving forward. So anyways, I'm about to go home. Really, I'm just tired. Like, it was hurting. I was ready for it to be done. So I feel like a little kid now. I'm gonna go take a nap. But yeah, I'll check in again with y'all later. Hey, checking in. It is the next day after I had the procedure done. As you can see, I'm still pretty swollen. My top lip for sure. So it doesn't really hurt. It feels really tight. like it's just really chapped or something. But I slept pretty good last night. I didn't really have any issues sleeping, so yeah, just been putting my ointment on it, and I feel really dehydrated, so I'm trying to drink as much water as possible too. Hey guys, it is day 3 since I had my lip tattoo done, assuming that the procedure was day 1. So I just wanted to hop on here real quick and show y'all kind of what it's looking like in normal daylight, I guess you could say. So yeah, it hasn't started peeling yet or anything like that. They do look like they've gotten a little darker. Well, the top one looks like it's gotten darker. But I assume it'll lighten up after it peels. Who knows? I've just been keeping it moisturized. Sorry for my appearance. I just came from getting a massage and I literally just rolled out of bed and went straight there to get that done. And then I also just stopped at Ulta on my way home. Got a few things. I wanted to try this Lano Lips. Didn't plan on getting the tinted one. The Glam Twins were talking about this on their channel. One of them was. So I wanted to try that. Obviously not right now, but once my lips are healed. And then also got a little carry of the Black Opium perfume. And I grabbed this Urban Skin RX Retinol Rapid Repair and Dark Spot Treatment. I mostly got this because I have a dark scar from when I attempted to get my belly button pierced, and that didn't really work out. I ended up having to take it out, but I didn't take it out quick enough, so it left a scar. So it's for your face, but I'm gonna try to put it on there to see if it can lighten that scar up. And then what I really went to Ulta for is this Juvia's Place blush palette. I don't know if I can open it. Just because the blush I have, like, I use the same blush all the time, but I know it's like at least a year, probably 2, yeah, definitely at least 2 years old. So I might stop using that just because I'm sure it's expired. But I got this one. I wanted like a dark purple tone, and then the blush I have right now is kind of like this. It's like a peachy pink color. This one is a little more peach than the one I have. But anyways, went to get that, and I'm about to go home. I need to put some more stuff on my lips because they're kind of dry, because of course I wore my mask while I was getting my tattoo done just to make sure they didn't touch anything, but all the moisturizer has mostly rubbed off on my mask. So, and I didn't bring my little carry-on, my little carry one with me because I had it by my bed just in case I woke up in the middle of the night and they were dry. So, but yeah, they're definitely darker, maybe starting to peel a little bit. Swelling has gone down, thank God. But yeah, I've still been wearing my mask because they do look a little weird. So, but yeah, I am about to go home and get myself together and eat. I haven't ate anything since I woke up, so check in with you guys later. Hey guys, wanted to check in. Today is day 4, Sunday, and as you can see, probably it has definitely started to peel. It started last night. I was out shopping and getting dinner and stuff, and you know how sometimes you get that white film along the inside of your lips whenever you have on any type of, you know, Carmex or chapstick? Well, I had a napkin and I was trying to like just get that white film off the inside, and I ended up hitting some other parts and it just started flaking everywhere because my lips were pretty dry. And which I didn't like rub it or anything, I just tried to kind of get the parts that were coming off of there with the napkin, lightly patting it. But so yeah, whenever I got home, I put some more ointment on, and just while I brushed my teeth, washed my lips, put some ointment on, and just went to sleep. And woke up this morning. They were really dry this morning when I woke up as well. They've been kind of holding the ointment for the last few nights, but last night, I guess since they really started peeling, they didn't really hold it. So anyways, I just put some ointment on. They are still really tender too. Like, that's what I've noticed. If I accidentally hit it, well, the top lip, if I accidentally hit it, it burns, it stings for a while. But I need to show y'all what it looks like when they're dry, because they look a lot different whenever they're completely dry too. So I'm gonna try to do that today after I eat and brush my teeth and wash them and all that stuff before I put more ointment on. I'll get a shot of how they look whenever they're dry without any of this glossy ointment on. So, but yeah, I'm doing good. I'm hoping that most of this comes off today, because now it's in that gross stage where it looks nasty, and I unfortunately have to go to work tomorrow. I was supposed to be off because it's a holiday, but I'm gonna have to go in because we're meeting a candidate that we want to hire for. We're having lunch with him at the office, so I have to go in for that. So, child, I'm gonna have to make something work. I have to make sure they look decent if I'm going to work for that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm hoping that the rest of it is just gonna, or most of it's gonna come off today, and I probably will sort of help it come off, because it's really not like I really feel like if I just even lightly rubbed it, it would come off, but I'm trying to just let it come off on its own. Yeah, because even when I'm putting my ointment on with the Q-tip, a lot of it's coming off onto the Q-tip just from me lightly rubbing the ointment on. So that's mainly when it's coming off, is whenever I'm applying more ointment on, and I'm really just barely rubbing the ointment on my lips. So yeah, we'll see. Alright, I'm gonna try to be productive. I wanted to go to the gym. I mean, I can wear a mask, but it's almost getting like, now that everyone's had Omicron or whatever, it's getting kind of weird to wear a mask. So yeah, we'll see about that. Hey guys, I wanted to check in for another update on my lips. Today is day 6, I believe. Yeah, 5 or 6, depending on how you want to look at it. But anyways, there really hasn't been any changes. As you can see, it's looking pretty dark. I almost want to say darker than it was when I started, but it's kind of hard to tell. So, but it doesn't, I mean, it's a little bit tender still, but it definitely doesn't hurt like it was, so that's a good thing. It's just kind of at this awkward stage now of like, I don't even want to tell anyone that I got a lip tattoo, because then they're looking like, what did you get done? because you can't really tell a difference. So at this point, either it didn't work, or more likely it just needs to peel some more, which that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm just being patient, because everything I read online says that they're supposed to get darker and then they'll lighten up again, and that, you know, besides that initial peel off, it's supposed to peel 2 or 3 more times. So and I believe that because the skin feels weird. It doesn't feel like normal skin still. It feels very like, I don't even want to say tight. It's more like thick or something. It definitely doesn't feel like normal skin. It feels like it needs to fall off or something. So yeah, I guess that's supposed to happen sometime within the next 5 or 6 days. We'll see. It does look a little lighter here, but I don't know if that's just me seeing things. But so yeah, I may or may not really check in anymore because there's really not anything to say. The border does have a very light color, but I don't know if that's just because it's still irritated, because that was the part that's, you know, been hurting the worst. Like, I've accidentally hit it in a few spots and it's so painful, but it's not tender like it was anymore. So, but yeah, I don't know, I'm just gonna go with it. I haven't been keeping them as moisturized now because I'm thinking keeping them a little bit dry will help with the next layer or 2 layers of, you know, going ahead and peeling off, I suppose. So I'm trying to go ahead and let them do that. So yeah, but this is what they're looking like. Just pretty much back to normal like they were when I started, before I did the procedure. And then bottom lip, basically the same thing. I mean, it's hard to tell on this one since she just did the outside border of it, but that one wasn't as dark as the top. But anyways, I don't know, maybe I'll check in again once there's a change. But I kind of feel like my lips are just gonna kind of be in this weird, like, dry, I guess it's probably healing underneath that layer, so it probably will take a while for that layer to come off. But I don't know. I'm just still I've been putting coconut oil and my A&D on there, and I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna wear some makeup tomorrow, and we'll see if I put anything on my lips. I don't think I'm supposed to still, but it's just really bothering me. But anyways, we'll see what happens, and I will check in once there's a change, or in a few days. If there's not a change, then I'll just check in to say that. And I will keep taking daily pictures to see if those look any different.
Hey guys, so now that I have finally gotten this video up, I wanted to come on and just give kind of an my overall opinion on, you know, how it went, what I recommended, all of that good stuff. And it has been, at this point, it's been 9 months. It's November now, so it's been 9 months, so my lips are definitely fully healed, to say the least. So I'm trying to think of some questions that you guys might have. So I found the person that I went to, I found them on Groupon. I want to say I paid around either $200 or $250 for it. I can't really remember, but I believe that's about how much it was on Groupon, which normally it runs around $500. So I got a good deal there. But I mean, with that being said, of course, sometimes when you're using Groupon, you're using people who are newer or haven't done, you know, the procedure as much. So that's one thing you have to consider if you want to choose Groupon. Overall, I mean, she was great, the person that did it. The one thing I didn't like is the, you know, not using numbing cream, especially for the first pass. And then it didn't feel like the numbing cream helped that much anyways, but definitely if I was to go back and, you know, get a touch up or get it done again, I would definitely go to someone who immediately puts numbing cream on before they even start. Just because my body is extremely, like, it reacts immediately to any type of pain and gets really inflamed really fast. And as you guys saw, my lips were huge. They were so swollen, and they stayed like that for several days. So you know, she said that she had told me, like I mentioned before, I think she told me that she needed to break the skin open and then put the numbing cream on, so that's why she does one pass first. But I don't know, I know there's other places that immediately put the numbing cream on before they even start. So I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but I definitely would prefer to have that on up front before anything gets started, because your lips are very sensitive. It's not like getting a tattoo anywhere else on your body. It's a whole nother thing. So there was that. I did go back 2 weeks later, just so she could look at them. You know, she wanted to take a picture, of course, and didn't get anything done that time. It was strictly just so she could look at it and we could talk about how it was. Now I did have, so usually with this procedure you have to go more than once, especially if it's like you're African American or, you know, a minority and you're getting the neutralization done to get rid of the darkness. So you usually for sure have to go twice. The first time you go is for them to neutralize the dark, and then the second time you go is when you can add the actual color that you want your lips to be, if you want to do that, or if they need to neutralize some more, they can do that the second time. And you're supposed to go back the second time. It's either 6 or 8 weeks. I want to say 8 weeks, because it really does take that long for them to be considered fully healed, and you definitely don't want to go back and do it again before they fully healed from that first session. So I would definitely recommend that, you know, with anything like this, do your research, read articles, watch videos, so you know how it should be done. But that's one thing, don't, you know, let anyone tell you that you need to come back sooner than I want to say 8 weeks. Just wait for them to fully heal for the first time. And again, you don't know what the color is until that full 8 weeks has passed. That's when you really know, okay, this is the color it is. And it's easier to go back and say, okay, I want, you know, a little more done, you know, let's do this color and stuff like that. So now my second session was included in my Groupon. However, I did not go back and get the second session done. I was just kind of over the whole process from the first time, the peeling and all that stuff and the pain of it, and it just didn't seem like it was that worth it to me. So, you know, I just decided not to go back for that second session. So, you know, that's up to you if you want to go back. But sorry guys, my battery died, so I had to switch that out real quick. But I think I left off just saying, you know, you have to decide if you want to go back for the second session. But yeah, it's definitely painful. It's a painful procedure. I kind of thought, you know, since I've had tattoos that it wouldn't be that bad. But one thing you have to realize with this is that they're literally going over the same spot over and over and over and over again, right? And that's not usually what they're doing with a regular tattoo that you would get. So it is painful. Your lips are going to be swollen. I am happy that I was able to wear a mask during the whole healing process. So that was a good time. It was kind of the perfect time to get it done, since I had to, well, most people were still wearing masks anyway. So there's that. And the peeling, once that started, it only lasted for a few days. And I'm trying to remember, when did my peeling start? It was within that first week that the peeling started. So you could, and I feel like when I was doing my research beforehand, that's kind of on par with what everyone else experienced too. So you could technically kind of time it out so that you can stay in the house, stay away from people whenever the peeling part of it is happening, because it is pretty gross looking. One thing about it though, it looks worse when there was ointment on it. I think I put a comparison up of how the peeling looked with ointment versus when they were dry and I hadn't put any ointment on for a few hours. So you can kind of get away with it if you just let your lips be dry, if you really need to go out and see someone. Not that I really recommend that, because you need to keep them moisturized to help with the healing. You definitely don't want to just have them dry for a long period of time. And let's see what else. And then I did get the, like everyone was saying, they did turn dark afterwards. And I kind of stopped doing, you know, updates at that point, because they stayed dark for kind of a long time. I think during that period they were kind of slowly exfoliating and coming off. And then I'll put a final picture up of what it looked like. I believe it was 6 weeks after I had the procedure done. I'll insert that here so you can see what it looked like at that point. And then now, if you can see, I do have a little bit of chapstick on, so let me try to rub that off so you can see the full view. And I'll go in here and get in the light too. So it definitely is more pink, like not necessarily lighter, but more pink, if that makes sense. So another thing about when she did my procedure, she did start with orange and did orange a couple of times. But then the last pass she did, she kind of was like, oh, your lips are looking really, really orange. Let me put a little bit of pink in there. And so she went over with some pink for the last pass that she did. So I can definitely see the pink in there, but it's not as light as I obviously would have wanted it to. And again, I didn't go back my second time like I was supposed to. But you can definitely tell. Let me get into some different light here so that you can see that a little better. Because it does kind of depend on what lighting you're in, and if you can see it. I don't know if this sunlight is the best thing, but so I don't know if you can tell. I mean, I think you can tell that it's pinker. I would definitely say the camera is making it just a little more pinker than it actually is, you know, because it's trying to color match. But it's definitely, I would say, not necessarily as dark as it was, just because it has the pink in there. But you can also tell that there's some areas that are still dark, you know what I mean? So most of it, like especially under here, it didn't take as well. But in real life, it doesn't look like it's, you know, different colors or anything. Like I said, you can just kind of see like a pink undertone for my top lip. And then the bottom, that is kind of the same way. She didn't really go over this as much because I wasn't really, I think I might have even told her like, oh, we don't need to go over that. This is what I'm more concerned about is my top lip. So she didn't go over this border as much, which is fine. But yeah, I mean, I guess overall, I'm okay with the results. I'm not blown away by them. But, you know, I probably should have went back for my second session. And who knows, maybe in the future I will go back and try it again. Probably just with someone different, though. And, you know, if the opportunity comes up to do it. But definitely not anything I'm in a hurry to go through anymore. But, yeah, let me know any questions that you guys have in the comments. Thanks for watching. Sorry for some of the grossness, but I mean, I wanted to show y'all the full, you know, this is what it's actually like when you get this done, just so you know. But please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.